Hi, I, I think I'm on right now. And so, what's the discussion today? The discussion today we're having is on affirmations. After our last session on, I let me just start by saying I hope you can all hear me clearly and see me clearly. And so, today's conversation, like I said, is we're discussing affirmations. Last time we discussed manifestations, and a lot of people did ask about affirmations, so here we go. So, what are affirmations? But you know what I'd really like to start with is I'm going to try today and involve you in a conversation. So, if any of you do have a particular thing that you'll do want to a specific, okay, I just lost my video, sorry. If any of you do have a specific affirmation that you want to work with, a specific topic that you want to work with, I am very happy to help you here during this live with your affirmation. So I'm actually going to note it down. Let me know. So this way, at least if you do need to discuss your affirmation, let's do it right here, and let's take it from there. Okay, so let's start with what are affirmations. Well, affirmations are basically your wish list to the universe. Okay, there are a lot of things in our subconscious. So what we're doing is we are affirming what we're taking it from our subconscious to be able to manifest them. So the manifestation affirmations work together. The positive statements we make these positive statements in the present tense, because that is what we want to manifest. Okay. Now, when you take positive, hi Vinti, hi Adil. Like I said, if any of you want to discuss your affirmation, just message me and we'll take it from there. So, positive affirmation you use the affirmation to reprogram your thought patterns. It's to change the way you think, to change the way you feel about things. They're normally short statements, positive statements that can help you focus on your goals. It can help you get rid of negative beliefs that we have sometimes in our subconscious minds. They help you overcome these. So, using the power of affirmations on a daily basis can actually help us achieve the life that we're really looking for. That's what is really important. I think I missed somebody. Hi, Adil, I'm so sorry. Okay. Hi, Milind. So when we're making positive statements, it's very powerful. How do you feel when you say something powerful about yourself? Or if you want to get something it's how you say it is what comes out. If you turn around and say, oh, I really want that, but I'm not sure. Or if you turn around and you put it out really strongly, say, I affirm, I know, I believe. We'll get to those steps later, but it's so powerful depending on how it comes from within you. So we normally take the affirmations, and you basically need the power of your intention. You need an attitude of gratitude, which is something I highly recommend, because in anything you want in your life, having gratitude tremendously helps. Okay? And it's really effective to combine the intention and the gratitude to manifest what you want. And when you use affirmations every day, okay, it's a really powerful way to improve the way you feel. I hope by the end of it you start using a couple of them and you'll understand what I'm saying. But it's incredible how powerful you end up feeling just by affirming to yourself. If you wake up in the morning and say, oh, God, I have to do this, this, and this today. Or you wake up in the morning on the other hand and you say, good morning. This is what I've decided I'm going to achieve today. So it's how you affirm is how you manifest and create what you really want. When you're affirming, you have to say these statements as if they're already yours. Okay? The universe gives you what you ask for. So if you don't ask for it, you're not going to get it. Okay? So for example, if you say, okay, I've been getting this a bit nowadays. People turn around and say, oh, I really hope I can quit my job because it's really getting to me right now and I need to do something else. What you've done is you've affirmed that you're hoping, that the constant hope is always there in you. But that's not what you want. That's not an affirmation. When you're affirming something, you've affirmed that I'm quitting my job by the end of March. And this is what I am doing. This way, you need to be really clear. You need to be very concise, exactly what you want. I must share with you, a lot of people think that affirmations can be unrealistic. Okay, oh yeah, sure, wishful thinking. But you try and look at a positive affirmation this way. Okay, we do a lot of exercises to improve our physical health. Okay, and we repeat it, right? If we exercise one day and don't exercise the second day, it's not helping us. So we repeat it constantly. So the same way, affirmations are an exercise for our mind, for our outlook. These mental repetitions can actually reprogram our thinking. So we begin to think differently. We begin to act differently. I'm going to give you a few points now on how to create the affirmations. Okay, and while we're discussing this, we can go further into it. So you start off with one thought about yourself. Okay, it's something, say, you want to change about yourself. It may be, I keep making the same mistakes over and over again. So instead, so you take that kind of a thought. Okay, I keep getting into the same pattern, or I keep doing this. So what you would say for something like that is you would turn around and say, I am capable and I am experienced in what I am doing. So the word mistake does not come there. One of the things which you must be careful about when creating your own affirmation is they should be short. Okay? Because if it's short, it's easier for you to remember. You don't want an affirmation which is so long that you have to keep looking at your phone or a piece of paper to remember it. Your affirmation should be clear for you to understand, to read, to remember, so you can keep saying it and it becomes a part and parcel of you. Every affirmation you say should begin, no, not should, must begin with I or my, because you're talking about yourself. You're affirming for yourself. Instead of saying, I have these wonderful positive thoughts coming my way. No, that doesn't help. You turn around and say, I choose to be positive. I, my. Those are words you really need to be very clear with. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Deepa Bhuji. When you write your affirmations, you must write your affirmations in the present tense. You have to write it like you're experiencing it now. Okay? It has to be, it's not something that's happening in the future. Okay? Don't put a time frame on any one of these. Don't say, by the end of this month, I will have achieved this. No, that's not how you say it. You need to say it exactly as it's happening at this point, because you do not want to put any limitations on your affirmations. I once again will say, if any of you do have a particular thing you want, just write it and I will share it with you, or we'll discuss it if you're open to discuss it in this public platform. There's nothing to hide with an affirmation, honestly. The other thing I would recommend for you to do is don't begin your affirmations with words like I think, I want, I need. No. Instead, write your affirmations with the point that you already have them, that it's what's happening. You're not putting that it's not going into the future. All affirmations must be positive statements. Again, we get back to no, don't, won't, I'm not, cannot, isn't happening, or I am going to stop. No, nothing like that. I'm eliminating these negative, nothing like that. Instead of all of that, I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy being who I am. Don't put no negative, none of those words come into any form of your affirmations. Something which really I enjoy doing is adding emotion to your affirmations. Like you could say, like I just put up earlier, I am excited about seeing you all in 15 minutes. So you say, I'm excited that I am able to do these live. Can we say I will? No. Because even when you say I will, you're saying you will do it. When are you going to do it? Are you then going to put a time restriction of when? No. So when you can't say I will, because again, it's out in the future. At some time you will. So it's better to say I am. So if I'm going to take a random thing and say, I will start Monday, next week, I will start walking twice a day. No, that's not what you say. You turn it around and you say from Monday, you say I walk twice a day, daily, for so much time. That's how you work with the affirmation. I hope that gives you clarity. So when I said add emotion, you can turn around and say, I am excited about this. I am, what are the words? You have to decide what are the emotions that come in when you're working with a specific affirmation. Now, obviously, welcome, Goody. Obviously, you have to create affirmations that you think will work. Because if you create an affirmation and you don't believe it's going to work, then it's absolutely pointless in trying to say it again and again, because subconsciously you're hesitating on that. So if you feel that you don't believe the affirmation you're working with, then I suggest what you do is you start to say, I am open to, I am willing to believe. Then it's different, because you are then opening yourself to accepting that you are going to do this. Because very often we don't open ourselves to this. A really simple one when you're hesitant about what to do is just say, every day I am moving towards my best life. I really like that one. Every day I am moving towards my best life. Well, when I do affirmations, I'm very clear that I like to personalize them. Okay. So when I'm saying something, I say, I, Anjana, because I'm saying it in a deeper sense to myself. The other thing I do is, and anybody who's worked with me knows I do this with every one of my clients, is I make you look into a mirror and say it. Because if you can look into a mirror and affirm to yourself, it is the most powerful thing that you can do. And let me share this one affirmation that I say to myself as often as I can. So I say, I, Anjana, I radiate love, joy, happiness, peace, grace, and positivity. There you go. And I love saying that, because when I'm sending out peace, I'm hoping to get peace. When I'm sending out love and joy, that's exactly what I'm also getting in return. Sorry, Adil, I will get there. Is that affirmation enough? No. When will you get there? So Adil, if you're saying I will get there, what you're saying is, yeah, I will get there. Maybe in 2 years, 5 years, 11 years, maybe next lifetime. I don't know. But again, it's not in the present. I am. I am. You'll figure out the rest of the sentence and say, I, Anjana, am. Okay? I'll tell you another one which I find really amazing, and this is actually one of the ones Louise Hay used to use a lot, is every day in every way. Now, she would say, every day in every way, I'm getting healthier and healthier. Some people say, every day in every way, I'm feeling happier. Every day in every way, I am focused, I am more joyful in my life. Every day in every way, I'm living a more holistic lifestyle. You decide what you want to do, but I just love the way, if I can turn around and say, every day in every way, I, Anjana, am blissful. So you think about how you want to. Sure, Adil, if you need any more information, just let me know. So use the word, use it. Use every day in every way, and just see how you could actually add it to your own, add what you want towards the end of it. That really helps too. You know, the one thing with affirmations, just like we discussed with manifestations, is when you affirm, it's the same. You have to believe it, and the faith has to be there. You have to obviously put in some work too. Because if I turn around and say, every day in every way I'm getting healthier and healthier, but all I'm doing is eating unhealthy, I'm not working towards my affirmation. So then obviously my subconscious and my conscious body are not in alignment, right? So every day in every way I'm feeling better and better. Yes, Jasmine, that's actually one of, that's the one I was discussing, Louise Hay's. It's just wonderful. I love the affirmation. And what's lovely about this particular affirmation is you can use it, change it to whatever suits you, literally. I would suggest you use, if you're starting out with affirmations, use it like a mantra, you know. So there are many different ways of doing it. Some people write it down in their journal. Some people say it aloud. One of the things that I really do recommend, which when I work with my clients, I do, is tell them, please look into the mirror and say it to yourself 21 times. Just say it. Okay, I challenge you today. How long is it going to take for you to look into the mirror and tell yourself, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. And the more you say it, the more you believe it, and the more it becomes a repetition when your subconscious works for that. So please just try it. Try looking into the mirror and doing it, because according to me, it's just the most powerful way and one of the best ways that you can work with it. Another thing I recommend to everybody who's worked with me obviously knows I'm going to say this, but make a little photograph of something, and okay, it's not on my phone right now, I would have shown it to you, but just make a little thing and put it as your screensaver. And every time, come on, everyone picks up their phone many times in a day. Every time you pick up your phone, you're looking at that, and it reminds you that every day, in every day, your life is becoming more beautiful, right? So, you know, there is evidence actually that there's research done that the higher your self-esteem, the more effective your affirmations can be. However, there is also research that if you have very low self-esteem, okay, positive affirmations don't work too well. And they make you feel worse, because then suddenly there's a conflict within you, right? So obviously, depending on where you are. Now, what I would suggest is if you're in that point of at that phase where you feel that the affirmations are just making you feel worse, then obviously it's something we need to discuss, which is your self-esteem. And let's figure out what's happening there. So if you do have an issue with that, just message me. You can privately inbox me or send me a message, and let me help you with that, to get you back to being able to use these affirmations and use the manifestations to create that beautiful life that you want to live, that you can live, because you are capable of manifesting and creating anything and everything that you want. So go ahead, try these affirmations and let me know how you feel. And all the very best. If you do need help with any of your affirmations, I'm around. Send me a message here and let's discuss it. So here's to your beautiful holistic life. And we'll chat soon again. Bye.